Hi, everyone. I am Julie Nicholson, and I'm here to talk to you for just a few minutes about the importance of all children being together from the very start, why inclusion matters so much in early childhood classrooms. So we're talking about all children, children with disabilities, being in the same classroom with their typically developing peers, and this starting from earliest experiences that they have in early childhood classrooms, so infants, toddlers, preschool, and up through early elementary school and beyond. And we're not talking about just physically being together, but children having that sense of diversity, of experience, of ability, and a true feeling of belonging where they see one another through strength. They feel like a cohesive classroom, and every child feels safe, feels acknowledged, feels that sense of full inclusion in their early learning environment. Now, I want us to think about Elena. Here's Elena in an early childhood classroom, and Elena has an orthopedic impairment. This is a disability that has to do with her bones and her muscles, and she needs assistance both to walk and to move her hands. She can't move her hands, so she needs assistance with things that would require her hands. She communicates using an eye gaze device and using her facial expressions, and she loves to do this. She can raise her eyebrows and make eye contact to firmly say yes, and she can look away to communicate no. Now, imagine walking into a classroom and you see Elena with a group of children. They're all making beaded necklaces. And though her typically developing peers are taking the beads and stringing them together, in this classroom, because they want Elena to feel that sense of fully belonging, fully included, they think about how to support and adapt that play activity for her, building on her strengths to feel one of her peers and to participate along with them. So the one peer or a couple of peers will take a few of the different beads and they show them to Elena, maybe two or three at a time. And she uses the eyebrows or looking away to show them which bead she wants to put next on her necklace. Her peers or maybe a paraeducator helps her to put together that necklace. And she feels that sense of, again, connection to her peers and enjoyment. You can see the smiles and the laughter on her face. This is just one example of the kind of high quality experience you would see in an early learning inclusive environment. There are so many benefits to have children together from the very start. So just a few of them. Let's imagine for the child who is at risk for or already diagnosed with a particular disability or special need, they have an increased level of social interaction with their peers, just like we saw with Elena. She's not isolated and separated, but right there with her peers. Research shows that children like Elena, when they're included, have more complex play with toys and materials that they're developing in ways that is supporting their cognitive and whole growth, social, emotional, cognitive, and physical development and growth with the toys and materials with their peers, that they show greater growth in an inclusive context. And of course, we can imagine that they feel that sense of belonging in not just the culture of their classroom, but the ecosystem of their entire school. A sense of community and belonging is not just there for the child, but often for the family as well. It is early learning environments, early childhood classrooms that might be for many children the first time that their parents are learning or their caregivers are learning that there is a developmental delay, that there might be something that is a little different that may turn out to be a diagnosis of a disability or a special need. And that can feel overwhelming, it can feel scary, it can be a whole process of learning and acceptance and understanding for that family, and for that family to have the support and community of a classroom around them is absolutely critical for them and for the child. But the benefits of inclusive programs extend to all children. For those who are typically developing, they are going to learn from the earliest ages, just as their brains are wiring, that human diversity is natural, normal, and something to be celebrated. These children have opportunities to develop relationships with children who have a wide range of abilities. And this is something, as you see in the third bullet here, having respectful and accepting attitudes and empathy towards all people, children who are similar and children who are different than them. This is something powerful that we want for all of our children, that will support them to be successful throughout their lives. We also find the same for their teachers, that the teachers of children in inclusive classrooms will often say that it benefits them. They become better teachers, and they love the experience of seeing all of these benefits for the children, for the families, and for themselves. Now, I just want to bring to your attention that the California Department of Education wrote this book called The Powerful Role of Education, or Role of Play in Education. And it is free, it's downloadable, and it has the story of Elena and many other stories of children who are fully included in what it looks like to be in a high quality, inclusive early childhood program. So as I close today, I just want to say I pull from one of the people who inspires me, the education activist Bell Hook. She talks about the importance of bringing love into our teaching and our classrooms, but she says it's not just a feeling. Love is an action, it's a commitment. And I want to suggest that one really, really important way we can love in early education is to bring children, to have all children together from the start, to create that sense of safety, inclusion, and belonging for every child, every family, and all of the adults who are so committed to serving them. Thank you.